So guys, A.J. Brown trade talks have been going around for a long time now, and honestly, deep down, we all knew this was coming. Now look, there is no doubt that A.J. Brown is one of the best wide receivers in this entire league. Everyone knows that. But here is the thing. The Eagles knew this day was coming. They had a plan. That is exactly why they went out and drafted Makai Lemon in the first round. But right now, things are not going as planned with Lemon, and it is raising some serious questions. The reports that are coming out of OTAs are not looking good. So, I'm seriously thinking now that did the Eagles just make a huge mistake trading A.J. Brown? Let me explain you everything. What's up, Birds Gang? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Eagles. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now look, this is the question that every single Eagles fan is asking right now. Did we mess up? Did Howie Roseman just give away one of the most dangerous wide receivers in the NFL for nothing? And I understand why people feel that way. When you lose a player like A.J. Brown, you feel it. That man could take over a game by himself. He was physical, he was fast, he was impossible to bring down after the catch. Big corners could not keep up with his speed. Smaller corners could not handle his physicality. He was just built different. So yes, losing a player like that hurts. There is no way around that. But here's what I keep coming back to. The Eagles did not just wake up one morning and decide to trade him. This was a calculated decision, and the moment you understand why they made this move, the whole picture starts to look a little different. That's where Makai Lemon steps in. The Eagles trusted Lemon so much that they spent their first-round pick, 20th overall, to bring him in. They knew A.J. Brown was not going to be here forever, and they needed a young receiver who could come in and be a big part of this offense going forward. And on paper, Lemon looks like exactly that guy. At USC, he caught 79 passes for 1,156 yards and 11 touchdowns in his final season alone. His route running is smooth, he creates separation, he wins against tight coverage. People compare him to Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Detroit Lions, and if he can be even close to what Amon-Ra has been in Detroit, the Eagles are going to be just fine. So, the plan made sense. Draft Lemon, let him grow, and build around him. But right now, that plan is running into some serious problems. During OTAs this week, Lemon showed up in uniform but did not practice at all, not a single rep. The reports came out that he is dealing with a soft tissue injury and was seen wearing a sleeve on his right leg. Now, the good news is that it is not considered serious and he is expected to be ready for training camp. But here's why this still matters. OTAs are not just warm-up sessions. This is the time where a rookie learns the offense. This is where he builds timing with Jalen Hurts. This is where he starts understanding the speed of the NFL game. And Lemon is missing all of that right now. Every single rep that he misses is a rep that Dontayvion Wicks or somebody else is getting. And for a guy who's never played a single NFL snap in his life, that is not ideal at all. The transition from college to the NFL is already one of the hardest things a young receiver has to go through. And right now, Lemon is trying to figure all of that out with one hand tied behind his back. And honestly, this is where the A.J. Brown trade starts to feel a little risky because the Eagles are now heavily depending on how fast and how well Makai Lemon develops. And right now, the early signs are not exactly giving us a lot of confidence, which brings me to the other side of this conversation. But look, I am not going to act like losing A.J. Brown is nothing, but I also think people are forgetting something very important. This Eagles team is not built around one receiver. Look at what this offense has around Jalen Hurts. You have DeVonta Smith, who led this entire team in receiving last season with over 1,000 yards and 77 receptions. DeVonta Smith was actually the leading receiver on this team even when A.J. Brown was here. You have Dontayvion Wicks, who was traded here this offseason. You have Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, and Dallas Goedert and tight end, who was one of the best tight ends in the entire NFL. And on top of that, this team runs the ball at an elite level with Saquon Barkley in the backfield. So when you look at the full picture, this offense has plenty of weapons. A.J. Brown was a huge piece, but he was not the only piece. And there is one more thing that people keep forgetting. Talent is one thing, but what goes on inside a locker room matters just as much. And if the reports are true that Brown was becoming a distraction, that he was putting himself above the team, that he was affecting the chemistry in that locker room, then the Eagles absolutely made the right call. Think about what happened with the Seattle Seahawks when they had DK Metcalf causing problems. The moment they moved on from him, that team came together and won the Super Bowl. Chemistry is real. Culture is real, and no single player is bigger than this team. Not here, not in Philadelphia. Eagles Nation respects players who sacrifice, who block, who fight for each other every single Sunday. And the moment one guy starts making it about himself, this fan base feels it, and so does the front office. So now the real question is this. Does Makai Lemon need to be A.J. Brown? Does he need to come in as a rookie and put up 78 catches and 1,000 yards right away? And honestly, I do not think he does. This offense is built to spread the ball around. DeVonta Smith is the clear number one. Lemon just needs to be a reliable second option. He needs to win his routes, catch the ball when it comes his way, and be a guy Jalen Hurts can trust on third down. He does not need to be A.J. Brown. He just needs to be Makai Lemon. But here is where I have to be completely honest with you. If Lemon struggles, if that injury sets him back, if he takes too long to get comfortable at this level, then this receiving core is going to feel very thin, very fast. DeVonta Smith cannot do everything by himself. If defenses figure out that Lemon is not ready, they are going to bracket Smith on every single play and dare Hurts to find someone else. Wicks is solid, but he is not a true number one. Hollywood Brown has dealt with injuries throughout his career, and suddenly this offense that looked so balanced on paper starts to fall apart in real games. That is the worst-case scenario. And right now, with these OTA reports, that scenario does not feel as far away as we would like it to be. So here is where I land on all of this. Did the Eagles make a mistake trading A.J. Brown? Not necessarily. The team chemistry, the locker room culture, the plan to build around younger players, all of that is real and all of that matters. But is this a gamble? 100% it is. Everything right now is riding on Makai Lemon being healthy and ready to step up. And right now, coming out of OTAs, we are not seeing the most comforting signs. The injury is not serious, but the situation around it absolutely is. And honestly, I want to say one more thing. A lot of people are comparing this situation to when the Eagles had no big-name receivers and still found ways to win. And that comparison is fair, because this organization has always found a way. That is what Eagles football is about. It was never about one superstar carrying the whole team. It was always about everyone doing their job, playing together, and trusting the system. And that is exactly what Coach Mannion is trying to build right now. A complete offense where no single player is the only answer, where defenses cannot just take one guy away and shut everything down. And if Makai Lemon buys into that system, if he comes into training camp hungry and ready to work, this trade is going to look like a genius move by Howie Roseman. But if he struggles, if he needs more time than expected, people are going to be asking about A.J. Brown all season long. And that is a conversation nobody in Eagles Nation wants to be having in the middle of October. Because we did not go through all of this just to be asking questions about a guy who is no longer on this team. We moved forward. Now it is on Makai Lemon to make sure that move was worth it. That's where I'm at with it, Eagles Nation. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you think. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button right now, because we talk Eagles every single week, and you do not want to miss what's coming next. Fly, Eagles, fly.